The Nasdaq is absolutely on fire right now. But what if you could pour a little gasoline on that fire? Well, some traders are doing exactly that, using a pretty risky tool to supercharge their returns. We're going to break down how they're doing it and, more importantly, why the whole thing could go up in flames. So let's dive right in.
Okay, first things first, let's just appreciate the Nasdaq's incredible run. I mean, a 21% total return in 2025 alone, that's not just good, that is phenomenal. But believe it or not, for some folks, that's still not enough.
Right? I mean, 21% is amazing, but what if you could multiply it? What if you could aim to double it? That's the whole promise behind something called a leveraged ETF, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
All right, before we get to the amplifier itself, we've got to look at what's powering this whole thing. Let's talk about the engine, the tech boom. Yeah, it is back in a big way, and it's what's pushing the Nasdaq to these incredible new heights.
So, what exactly is fueling this boom? Well, you can see the key drivers right here. First up, AI is the main engine, no question about it. We're seeing this massive surge in infrastructure spending. Then you've got earnings growth, a whopping 27% in Q2. That's triple the S&P 500. And really, it all comes back to the Magnificent Seven, the big tech giants that pretty much dominate the entire index. And just look at how concentrated that power is. It's kind of wild. The top 10 stocks, just 10, make up over half the index's weight. So you can imagine when giants like Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple make a big move, the entire index moves right along with them.
Okay, so we've got this incredibly powerful engine. Now let's meet the amplifier, the leveraged ETF.
So, what on earth is a leveraged ETF? Well, think of it like this. It's a special kind of fund that uses things like debt and financial derivatives, those are basically just complex contracts, to amplify an index's returns. And the key word here is daily returns. For what we're talking about, it's an ETF that's designed to double whatever the Nasdaq 100 does on any given day. Let's make this crystal clear with a super simple example. Say the Nasdaq 100 goes up 2% today. Well, this 2x leveraged ETF is aiming for a 4% gain. Simple enough, right? But, and you knew there was a but, this is absolutely crucial. If the Nasdaq loses 2%, the ETF is designed to lose 4%. The amplifier works in both directions, and it doesn't play favorites. But here's where it gets a little tricky. It's not as simple as just doubling your return over the long haul. See, over time, the effects of this leverage can be, well, pretty surprising, and not always in a good way. Let's see how that works. Okay, so let's start with the good news. In a market that's just steadily climbing, you get this amazing thing called daily compounding. Each day's amplified gain builds on the last one, and it creates this awesome snowball effect that can really supercharge your returns beyond just simple multiplication. Now, take a look at the math here. After day one, it's pretty straightforward.